GF asked for an open relationship. I said we should break up instead, and now she doesn't want it. Update. So I talked to her some more. I told her in no uncertain terms that if she really wants an open relationship, then it's a sign of us being incompatible, because I want be happy in an open relationship and you want be happy in a closed one. And there is no compromise on this one, sadly. So you need to make up your mind on this one. Then she said she was just feeling horny when she said, but since I don't want it, then she won't do it. I asked her again to think long and hard about her own needs, and if she can be truly satisfied without it. She said yes, it's no big deal and she will just buy some new toys. Also, she is coming to see me tomorrow night, so we will talk more on this. So that's the update, I guess. She say the discussion is closed and let's move on. Also, I got around 750 comments and most of them asked me to communicate with her and then decide, but I think there were 15-20 comments which were trying to shame me into accepting an open relationship. Like, what the fuck, people? I am not trying to tell you how to live your life, so I would appreciate it if you don't try to shame me into accepting your way of life. Original text below. We are LDR at the moment and will be for the next 6 months. She called me last night and said we should have an open relationship for the next 6 months. I said that I don't have any interest in it, but if she wants, then we can break up and she can do what she wants guilt-free. She then said it's not she wants. But this conversation has left a bad taste in my mouth. Is it a red flag, guys? You don't just get up one day and decide to have an open relationship, right? I don't know what to think here, please help, guys. She wanted an open relationship because she was horny, but was going to see you the next day? WTF. Good luck with this relationship. So people respond to being horny by asking to open the relationship? She's not being honest. Good luck. How does one go from, I need an open relationship, to, I'll just buy some toys and I'll be alright? If the solution was so simple, why did she risk the whole relationship with such an extreme suggestion? Ah, so you've chosen slow and painful. Anyone else agree this is going to burn down quick? She was horny and there was a guy she wanted to have sex with, but didn't because you said no to the open relationship. Bet she left that part out. She is just going to cheat on you then, I'm sorry. I'm willing to bet the entire world that she already has someone in mind. And you turning it down won't negate the fact that she will indeed want this at some point again, if not, still want it now. If you sweep this under the rug after you guys talk it out when she comes over, then like a few others commenters said, good luck lol. Update. My 23F husband, 23M, paid for an escort while I was away. For those of you who read my post months ago, here are some updates. 1. I got tested and no STDs, woo. 2. I have cut off all contact. 3. Working on getting divorced still. 4. I am working on myself and have talked to friends and family so that I did not have to go through that emotional rollercoaster on my own. Feel free to ask any follow-up questions. There were a ton of comments under my original post. I don't remember if there were any other questions I said I would answer. I wish you luck, but I don't think you need it. You sound level-headed. For what it's worth, a friend went through something similar. Her husband claimed he was a sex addict and that's why he was sleeping with prostitutes. She was shocked because they dated for a long time before getting married and he always came across as a loving family man. Anyway, years later she is thriving and happy without him. Hang in there. Smile. A lot of progress in 4 months. If you're happy, I'm happy for you. Congrats. As separate people, I hope the best for both of you. So that you find the happiness you deserve and that he finds the definition of integrity before he falls any further. I read each point and thought, damn, what a queen this awesome woman is. Good on you for getting out. Infidelity should always be a deal breaker. Take care of yourself and be ready for the next chapter in your life. Just read your previous post and all I can say is, happy for you that you chose yourself. Don't ever let somebody else put you down. About the heartbreak, if you have any, it will absolutely get better. I've had my fair share of past boyfriends, and even though they displayed the behavior, eventually the only one I could really hold accountable is myself, and because they wouldn't I worked on myself, my insecurities and eventually found a really good guy. They exist. But our relationship also works because we both have boundaries and a healthy dynamic. Good luck. It's good to be on your own for a while, puts things into perspective. I remember you. Good update. Really proud of you for doing this, I know it was really hard. So happy for you op. I remember reading your post and felt so horrible and angry for you. Your ex has absolutely no integrity and I am glad you've left him behind and have committed to and chose yourself. I hope that escort was worth losing you, his marriage and the public shame. Your ex sounds like a selfish, inconsiderate jerk. Proud of you for glowing up. Glowing star. My ex, 40 female, is telling my son, 6, to call her husband dad, and I, 29 male, don't like it. For some backstory. My pa's ex, 41 female, was married when we started going out, only she didn't seem to think that was something I'd, 29 male, like to know. She got pregnant but tried to hide it from me so her husband wouldn't find out she cheated on him. Eventually I found out about the pregnancy, and then that's how the rest was revealed to everyone. He left her, so they were separated during her pregnancy. Then when my son was born, he didn't want to be responsible for him, so with a lawyer we were able to make sure I was the one on the birth certificate instead of him, since they were still married. I'm my son's biological and legal father. When my son was 6 months old, they got back together and stayed married. We have joint custody, so our time is split equally with our son. OFC, it's still awkward for games and stuff since sometimes her husband goes too. We normally don't talk though. Only me and my ex if it's related to our son. He's spending Thanksgiving with me this year, and earlier when he was talking about how he spent his time over there he mentioned, Dad, taking them somewhere, and I asked him who he was talking about. My son said her husband's name, and apparently Mommy told him to call him Dad. My son's never called her husband anything other than his name, which is why I was confused. Then mad because my ex specifically instructed him to call her husband Dad. I'm not happy with this at all. My brother told me to relax and I'm overreacting. He's taking it as I'm being jealous that my son is calling him Dad, but it would be different if my son wanted to call him that. Not my ex telling him that he needs to, because according to what my son said, she told him her husband is his dad too, so he needs to call him that. I'm a little too heated about it right now. My son says he liked calling him by his name, but he feels bad that it makes her husband sad. At least that's what she told my son. I don't know what the right way is to confront her about this. Don't want my son caught in the middle of this fight, but I'm not comfortable with what she's doing at all. Tell your son that he has his own rights, and if he doesn't want to do something because it makes him uncomfortable or any other reason, that he doesn't have to do it. It's a really good chance to teach this lesson. I don't want to do that, please respect my decision, is something I wish I was taught before. Tell your ex that she needs to respect his wishes, and it's bad to teach him he should do something that makes him uncomfortable just because it makes someone else sad. Document. Make sure they aren't alienating your son. Nip that now. Make sure son is comfortable calling him what he wants to call him. You should have a documented conversation with his mother through text or email, where you politely make your thoughts known. Keep your emotions to a minimum. Document all of this. You might want to have a meeting with the lawyer you used for custody just to be 2 steps ahead in the legal sense. If this is just the beginning of alienation attempts, it is best to be ahead of the game. Also, how pathetic is this husband? My God. Crying to his wife about her ex-lover's son not calling him dad. Just pitiful. Unbelievably disrespectful. My ex tried the same thing, a few months after freaking out that my kids might call my wife, then GF, Mom, and I reassured her I would never do that. I told her that I guess she won't mind if my daughter called her stepmother Mom. She changed her tune real fast. I'm the kid in this situation, only aged up quite a bit, and my parents hated each other for a different reason. Tell your child that he can do whatever he wants, but to not become a people pleaser, and that you will always be his dad. Maybe I'm projecting, but I think it's important to your relationship. Seems like they're trying to pretend you never happened. Document this and consider if you want to speak to your attorney. There are areas where this is automatically considered alienation, particularly as she instructed your son to do this, and the courts don't permit it. Either way, tell your son that it is his choice who he calls mom and dad. Fuck that. And fuck her. Talk to your son. Kids are pretty smart on their own, and he does not have to call him dad. He knows who his real after is. That husband has nothing to say in that matter. Lol. My, M28. Brothers, M26, fiancé, F21. Does not want to sign a prenup. Our family has money. My brother and I also own a rental investment property together. My brother's fiancé, I don't feel like she really loves him. I think she just wants a rich guy to take care of her. She's in a sorority, she's studying a Mrs. degree, and she always is showing off on Instagram the expensive clothes and shoes and bags she owns. She refuses to sign a prenup. She is very manipulative and tells my brother that if he really loved her, he wouldn't make her sign a prenup. She's in such a rush to get married, it scares me. She wants to have a big fancy anti-vax, anti-mask wedding during a pandemic. Anyway, I'm scared that she will take away my property if she marries my brother. What do I do? What do I do? Talk to a lawyer about what you can do to keep your own assets safe. She wants to have a big fancy anti-vax, anti-mask wedding. If your brother is okay with that, he's a lost cause. What does your brother want? Will he go through with the wedding if she does not sign it? You and bro need to talk to a lawyer, probably end up paying a few bucks to create a LLC and moving property into assets. Lawyer can also suggest other asset protections your bro might explore outside of prenup. She is very manipulative and tells my brother that if he really loved her, he wouldn't make her sign a prenup. If she loved him, she'd sign the prenup. You need to get a lawyer and form an LLC with your brother or buy him out. You have to make sure his dumb decisions don't affect you. If he wants to squander his fortune on a gold digger and host the next super spreader event, you have to protect yourself and let him deal with the consequences of his own actions. Don't go to the wedding. She definitely wants to take everything you own. He needs to either break up with her or she needs to sign the prenup. If he is not willing to protect himself, can you talk to him about buying him out on the joint property so she can never affect your livelihood? What was his opinion on the prenup? What did he say when you told him what you are saying here? Also, it doesn't seem you need relationship advice, you need a lawyer to protect you, as that seems your real concern.